All right. We're opening in 2 minutes on Friday. No news today. No red folder or orange folder. Let's get started. I think like a good old live stream. All right. Daily here. Tough trading conditions overall. Right now I've marked the quadrants here. We got relative equal lows here. I want to see these swipe. Where did we finish off with our right? Very small RTH gap for the day. Very small RTH gap of 22 points. Okay, not loving this. Buy side above us. Some key levels above us as well. Yeah, I do want to see this fill here below us. So let's see if we get that. I am liking the level below us. I'm not going to take a short, but again, this right here, it should get swept sometime in the morning. Let's see if we can get a disruption to the upside with like an MMS to the bottom and then taking out price below us. But again, there's a lot of gapping here below us. We did work through all the wicks in the morning. On the daily chart, I did transpose them here to the 1 minute. And now we just need to wait for a clean setup. This level I'm really liking here. That's going to be my morning draw. That could be it. I'll wait for first presentation. But there's a chance that price just might drop to these levels right here, right off the open. Punch into Tuesday's first presentation. And this might be the rally lower. But again, this I can't trade, guys. Not a high enough risk reward. Get all this buy side above us. Right here. Relative equal highs here. Monday's first presentation fair value gap. And I've also denoted Tuesday's New York first presentation gap as well. So those levels are that I'm watching for. So when we have levels above us and below us, we do have to be a bit more careful. And the highest probability trades are seeing one side swept and the other one being taken, right? So all in all, we have a really shitty RTH gap. And usually when ICT says if the RTH gap is below 40 handles, you have to wait till 10 o'clock. The price came down. There's a bit of sell side here that it took out. All right, sell side liquidity. Let's call this minor sell side. It's pushing up higher. Again, it's moving sideways. It did have a very eventful morning, as you can see here to the upside. It touched Monday's first presentation, which is, like, in my opinion, the strongest first presentation of the week. And now what we're waiting for is some kind of clear market structure. That price wants to go somewhere. And we'll see that in the macro at 950 to 1010. That's when I think we might get some continuation again. Today is, and today might be a no trade day. We'll see. But again, it's Friday, no red folder news. Price has been moving sideways. This is like, this here is consolidation ultimately, right? When we think about markets and how they operate, right? They operate in AMD cycles, accumulation, which is this, manipulation, and then the distribution, right? What we want to catch is we want to catch the distribution move. As of right now, no first presentation has been formed yet. We took out all the sell side from Tuesday and this week, right? So ultimately, seeing this come lower, reverse, and then push higher, that would be, I think, the primary move of the day. Is it going to just drop lower today and close in as an inside bar? It could possibly, but again, we're just waiting for those hints in market structure. Usually I toggle my 5-minute to be an RTH view. But you can see here, again, small RTH gap for the morning. So we are waiting a bit. All we need is one good trade for today, and that's it. And you call it a weekend. Right. We've got yesterday Asia range not traded to. It's this line right here that I have on the top right. That is a possible draw on liquidity. But overall, it looks like we might have our first presentation of the day at 9:34. Okay. So let's denote that. I am going to remove this one here for a bit more clarity. And today's first presentation is also going to be a suspension block. All right, first presentation. So it's Friday, New York. First presentation, 10:17. All right. So for those that don't know what a suspension block is, when price leaves a gap above and below a candlestick, it becomes a very strong PD array. Okay. It didn't take out pre 930 highs yet. You can see that it left relative equal highs. It's pushing right now into first presentation. Right? Look at that rejection right there. I'm going to take, let's see, if it closes like that in 30 seconds, I might take a quick 1-to-1 to these highs, but I need to see it close. Okay, I'm liking that. All right, small little long here. Let's see. I took it 10 seconds too early, but again, let's see if it wants to respect this area and push higher. My position here. My position right there. It's a 1-to-1 here. I want the suspension block in the first presentation here to respect. This is very important here. Perfect. Bit higher. And I'm at break even right now for the trade. And there you go. Quick trade for the morning. So this is how you use first presentation. We had relative equal highs above us. Pre-930 highs haven't been tapped. Sorry for the coffee, guys. I'm a bit sick. Just like that, we pull a couple of bucks out of the market. Okay. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the stream, in the chat. I will trade today till 10 o'clock. This setup here, I'll rate it as a B plus. This is not an A plus setup. Number one, it's because it's a one. It was a 1-to-1 essentially. Number two, it's Friday. It was consolidating sideways. Usually, what I like to see is trading at the like at the extremes when the market shifts in structure, targeting either highs or lows. And here it was just, it was just very, very tight trading. And you can see here what price did is it pushed into Monday's first presentation from 1013. Very, very strong level. See, rejected once, twice. And now price might be attacking these lows right here, right? Again, looking at the 15-minute right now and how it might close in 5 minutes. Again, this is, a bearish, like we inverted this. And if we come back into first presentation, I see a nice rejection. Honestly, I see shorts here for these relative equal lows here below us. These are very fickle conditions here. And we have to make sure that we are staying on our A game. But this was a nice closure below the suspension block being also first presentation here. It's dropping right now into the RTH gap. And we'll see what price wants to do. But like when it comes to like a market structure shift, it's going to have to break this low right here. Again, see if it comes up higher and then it wants to attack the low side. But I don't think price is going to leave these relative equal lows here with this entire, like this untreated area on the 15-minute chart, right? This is very, very airy, very gappy, right? So usually acts like a volume, like a vacuum, and price will pull price into it. So let's see here. Again, on the 1 minute, it pushed into a well-respected 1 hour fair value gap. Pushed away from it. Let's see if we can get a pullback here. An area that it might trade to is right here and use the upper half of the RTH gap as support. So we do have the MMS, the market structure shift here. And let's see if it wants to push a bit lower. All right. Where's my 1-to-1? I'm going to take small take a small short from here. Not a lot. I'm just doing 1 micro right now. If it pulls back more, I will scale into it. I just have a feeling it's just going to drop down to this level here. I'll trade it to the quadrant of the daily wick of the 14th. So 672. 672. And we'll see if price would want to respect that there. It would be nice to see price kind of come back to the RTH gap. I would want to scale into this position here. A bit higher price, come on. Price didn't touch the RTH gap yet. This is, if price just runs, it just means that it just doesn't have enough power to get into today's regular trading hour gap, which is fine. Could drop from here, but it would be really nice to see a push a bit higher, um, and allow us to get in a bit heavier here. I think the better short was right here, right after this rejection below the suspension block. That would have been, to be honest, a better entry. It was really fast. Sometimes you get in a bit later, and that's fine. We're taking it to be honest, these lows are going to be taken here. All right. That was a nice displacement away. You can see this as a bullish order block here. It'd be good to see price respect that, dig into it, and then drop lower once again. Okay. And you can see here, price right now is attempting to hit this level here. And just in a couple of seconds, we should be tagged out for, again, not a lot. It's $110 per account. Across my 5 top step accounts, that is $500, just like that. Oh, it touched it. It never took me out. Okay. I'm moving my position to break even here. So my stop loss is right here. Stop loss. Okay. It either hits my target or hits my stop loss. Usually I don't want to hold positions or when it gets to the tick of where I should be taking profit. All right, we got a bearish SIBI here. Come on, price. Keep dropping. Keep dropping. Price should. It should drop, but again, it might wick us out and then drop lower, but we'll see. There you go. That's a good push lower. Go on price, man. And if it takes me out of break even here, I'll be okay with that. I'm not going to cry about it. Again, sell side still not taken here. Price is pushing into this 1 minute SIBI here. Strong reaction so far to the downside. Perfect. This is what you want to see. And this is where price is going to start melting. 669. The moment price breaks the mean threshold of this bearish order block here, it's probably going to hit me out of stop even. So again, we want to see price respect these levels and push lower. My target was off by a quarter tick. Can't believe it. Okay. Good rejection there. I'm going to scale in here. My stop right now is here with the scale in. We'll see if price wants to drop from here. Hopefully it does. I don't want to see this high being taken out here. It did its damage to the upside. It respected the order block. And we're out for break even. Okay. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Again, we left relative equal lows here. If price attempts to push a bit higher again, we might attempt another drop lower. I just need to get in a better risk reward here. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I was off by a quarter here. Quarter of a tick. Price is pushing back into, I can't believe it left these relative equal lows here and just ran up higher like that. Shocking. Shocking, shocking, shocking. It's pushing into first presentation here with a very aggressive move higher. So care. And something like this, I'm not interested in the shorts anymore. Right, price right now is sitting above first presentation today of that suspension block flash first presentation. And right now we're going to be entering the macro time in 1 minute here. We'll shoot for 10 more minutes here. If I don't see a solid setup here in the next 10 minutes, we'll call it a day. But this is a gnarly, gnarly push higher here. All right, so we close within the suspension block here in dark green, which is today's first presentation. So it's the first fair value gap that forms after 931. Okay, that's the easiest way to do it. There's some rules around it, but if you just go by that simple rule, then you should be able to accurately draw out 90% of your so it's pricing right now. It's definitely sitting in a range from its open. You can see here it's just taking highs and it's taking out lows. It's using first presentation as, it's respecting it to the upside here. It dug in and then pushed out higher. It's pushing into Monday's first presentation here. Let's see if we break above it. But again, nothing too clear today as of right now. I would be more bullish if we took out these lows here. But because we have this level here of relative equal lows, this is going to be a target, I personally think, for later today. But definitely challenging conditions when price does something like this. It's hard. It's really hard to create biases after having such a strong liquidity pool below us. And price might keep blasting up from here, right? Next level here, this right here, it's going to be yesterday's Asia high. Or no, this is actually Asia high from today. Sorry. So again, high level liquidity draw. And to be honest, if it were to get there, we'd want to see Monday's first presentation being broken to the upside and then price trying to dig into it, respect it, and then push up higher. But right now we're in the macro. Let's see what price wants to do. Again, taking along like this, I think is, what level is this here? Oh, we won't even catch, but even if it blasts, 835. 835. I personally won't be comfortable taking a long like that. If this candle here does an instant rebalance and closes above, I think that might be, let's call it a B setup to the upside. Oh, I missed that. Okay. See, I was off by 1 second there. I tried to long, but I caught the long right here, and it did take out Asia highs. So I closed immediately for $30 per account. Again, that was a very fast reaction there. All right. So trade idea worked out. Execution, I was off by 3 seconds there, maybe 1 second. All right. And then where will price be going to? Right now, it's sitting at the new week opening gap of 922, which is a fairly old new week opening gap. But you can see here on the 15-minute chart on the top right, how many times it respected it, right? And then price right now, where is it heading into? You can't see here on the charts, but I have another chart here beside me. It's the daily chart. It's pushing into a daily BISI from October the 1st, Wednesday. So do mark that out on your charts. Like, we are pushing into the bluish area. Right. I'm going to transpose it here to this line. And again, I'm not going to have it here because it's going to be a bit too much for the 1 minute chart here on the top left. But this is an area that we might be digging into. But all in all, there you go. Pushing. Where are we pushing? And I think it's a run where it was just not caught. Could have been caught here. Could have been caught there. With relative equal lows left below us. Again, it does get challenging when that happens. But all in all, to catch a run like this, that's gambling. We've already missed the boat. At least I did for this long. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like or a comment. I'd appreciate that. I'm going to come on today for 30 minutes, see if we can catch anything live. And it looks like we kind of did. One quick long in the morning, and then again, this would have been a nice long, but price moved a bit too quick. And to be honest, if you were to ask me, where do I think price is going right now? I don't have any clear levels for us. London lows taken, pre 930 lows taken, Asia highs are taken, and we're just pushing up at this point, right? So, you know, it's not in my strategy to catch these runs or to try to, chase them up. We do have a couple of key levels ahead of us. These are a couple of afternoon first presentation fair value gaps. You can see a rejection here in the areas of 24,900, right? But price extremely bullish here, and it might be tagging October 16th high. So but again, if we kind of look at, and you know what? Here, let me share my daily view with you guys so you guys can see it a bit better. So let me transpose all this here. Okay, quick learning session from where we're at in price right now. Okay, hopefully all of you can see my daily when it's this position, but you can see here, this is the BISI, the buy side, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, sell side in BISI. Man, oh, yeah, my acronym is incorrect, but you can see here, price respected it for 3 days. You can see how the wicks did damage to this SIBI here that I have in red. Okay. And then price ultimately pushed down lower. And it tagged the low of Tuesday. And now we just pushed up higher, right? So do we think price is going to head below these lows? I personally don't think so. We might just consolidate today. but it's just tricky conditions because you're trading to these PDA rates, right? With this one being well respected, again, like will this break? I don't know. Are we going to probably go this low today? Again, I don't think so either. So we're going to be trading, I think, today within these two ranges here. It's Friday. If you guys manage to squeeze uh, some profits out of the market, I'll probably say just call it a day. But when it comes to high probable setups, I just don't know right now. Again, something that's eyeing me is this level right here. It is going to be taken. I don't know when. It's not going to be in the, in the current macro. At least that would be really savage of price just to push up to this level and then just drop like a rock lower. It could happen in the afternoon. But again, this is something that when I see price changing direction and starting to charge towards this, again, that might be a possible trade. But other than that, guys, I think that's it for today's, live stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll try doing maybe 1 or 2 a week. We'll see. And without further ado, guys, take care and talk soon. Bye for now, everyone.